Many people speak before they think. But I know the value of words. The words can make you, break you, they can heal your soul, they can damage you forever. So I always try to use the positive words in my life wherever I go. They call it adversity, I call it opportunity. They call it weakness, I call it strength. They call me disabled, I call myself differently able. They see my disability, I see my ability. There are some incidents that happen in your life, and those incidents are so strong that they change your DNA. Those incidents or accidents are so strong that they break you physically. They deform your body, but they transform your soul. Those incidents break you, deform you, but they mold you into the best version of you. I pity those who see their failure in your success. You know, these critics, they were once dreamers. They just wanted to achieve something that today you have. But they gave up and they started becoming jealous of you. Pray for them because they're in a lot of pain. Who is on social media? Who's using Facebook? Everyone. Have you ever put your relationship status complicated? My relationship with myself before I was here was so complicated. It was all about people. It was never about me. There was no me anywhere. You see, people's pleaser. A person who just wants to make everyone happy knowing that it's not worth it. You just keep doing it. And yes, your relationship eventually with yourself becomes complicated. And then now, I don't know where there are people around me or not, but I'm me now. The woman who made me realize that heroes have no gender. The woman who believed in me even when I was completely at the verge of despair, where everybody left, she was there. And every time I looked at her, without saying anything, she used to look at me and said, "This too shall pass. God has a bigger plan. And one day you will say that, oh my God, that is why God has chosen me." She never cried in front of me. She has always said that there will be haters, there will be naysayers, there will be disbelievers, and then there will be you proving them wrong. My mother, whatever I am today, I'm nothing without her. I'm nothing without her. Thank you for making me who I am today. You all are thriving in your careers. You have bigger dreams and aspirations in life. Always remember one thing. On the road to success, there is always we, not me. Do not think that you alone can achieve things. No, there is always another person who is standing behind you, maybe not coming on the forefront, but behind you, praying for you and supporting you. Never lose that person. Never. You know what? We human beings have a problem. Out of many problems, there is one more, and this is self-created one. We always expect ease from life. We have this amazing fantasy about life. This is how things should work. This is my plan. It should go as per my plan. If that doesn't happen, we give up. So my dear friends, let me tell you one thing. I never wanted to be on the wheelchair. Never thought of being on the wheelchair. I was always aspiring to do bigger things, but had no idea that for that I have to pay the price to be where I am today. It's a very heavy price. This life is a test and a trial, and tests are trials are never supposed to be easy. So when you're expecting ease from life, and life gives you lemons, then you make the lemonade, and then do not blame life for that, because you were expecting ease from a trial. Trials make you a stronger, better person. Life is a trial, and with time you realize that. There are so many people in the world who are dreaming to live a life that you are living right now. You have no idea. Embrace each and every breath that you are taking. Celebrate your life. Live it. Don't die before your death. We all die. We live this one routine of a day for 75 years and we call it life. No, that's not life. If you're still thinking why you have been sent here, if you're still juggling with the concept of why you are here, you haven't lived yet. You work hard, you make money, you do it for yourself. That's not life. You go out, you seek for people who need your help, you make their lives better. You become that sponge which can absorb all the negativity, and you become that person who can emit beautiful, positive vibes. And when you realize that you have changed someone's life, and because of you, this person didn't give up. That is the day when you live. Don't invest yourself in the wrong people. Because when you invest yourself in the wrong people, they break you into pieces, they torn you apart in such a way that it takes years and years to get back together. And also I'll tell her that while you're busy making amazing plans in your life, my dear, prepare yourself for worse, because life is so unpredictable. Just be prepared.
We need to understand that our lives are actually filled with a lot of stuff. Too many objects, too many concepts, too many stuffs. You have your religious concepts, you have your social concepts, you have people telling you things that you need to do, expectations coming from people, coming from within you. And we cannot blame everything on our minds. It's not the problem of our mind actually. Mind is going through so much. And secondly, another very important thing that I have to say here is that this is not something that you're going through alone. It happens to everyone. So it happens to everybody. So you must take some solace in the fact that you're not alone in this. So in short, what I have to say here is that overthinking is natural. It is normal. You impose too many things on your brain and it is a product of that. Too many things and a lot of connections between those things. Another thing that I have to say here is an important point, that is that overthinking is not always bad. It breeds creativity. Don't stress too much. Don't stress too much on the fact that, oh my God, I'm overthinking again. Oh my God, I can't control my mind. What's wrong with me? And am I the only one who thinks about these things? No, everybody thinks about all the kind of nonsense things in the world. The successful people that you see around, the people whom you follow, the people you like, the people you admire, everyone indulges into overthinking. It's just that the people who are successful have understood how to tame that overthinking. As human beings, most parts of our lives, I mean, not our lives, but if you take the entire human race as one thing, where it started, we were based out of jungles. We used to live in the forest, right? We were supposed to be there. Our minds had to be extra vigilant. Because if you want to survive in a forest, you've got to be vigilant, you've got to be alert, you've got to be intelligent, you've got to be smart, you've got to be very sharp here. And that is what we were supposed to be. But now we are living in these big cities. We have all the kind of infrastructure to support our livelihood. We've got trains and buses to travel. We've got money to spend. We've got laptops, computers, and everything. We've got televisions, so much stuff that we don't even need. That's not how human beings were. Now they are living this way. So our minds were actually designed for a life like that, which we don't live anymore. We don't live a life where we need an extra alert mind. But what to do? We are unfortunately blessed with a very highly intelligent and highly sophisticated mind. Mind is by nature good. It's brilliant. The good thing is that it is malleable. Okay? It is not rigid. As they always say, the more you put pressure on your brain, the better it will perform. Okay? Human brain can take enormous amount of pressure.
We all have a habit that I call the habit of hesitation. And in psychology, psychologists and researchers say there's basically two types of people, right? There's people that have a bias towards action. And those are the kinds of folks that when inspiration strikes, or when confidence strikes, or when courage strikes, or when opportunity strikes, they tend to lean toward it and to take action. And based on research, those folks tend to be happier, healthier, more successful, more fulfilled in life. And then there's the rest of us. And those of us that have what psychologists call a bias towards thinking, which means in a moment of uncertainty, a moment of opportunity, a moment where you need courage or confidence, instead of leaning toward it, you lean away from it and you start thinking, what should I do? And it's that habit of hesitating in moments of change that is keeping you stuck. We call it procrastination, we call it overthinking, we call it a lot of things, but it's just a habit of pausing, and then you trip into patterns of thinking and patterns of behavior that have been holding you back for years. I know a lot of really smart people that are miserable. I know a ton of people that do nothing but read self-help books or watch videos on YouTube about inspiration and do nothing. And the reason why is they gather information as a way to feel like you're working on something. And learning is a really important thing to do, like understanding, becoming more self-aware. It's critical to you improving your life. It's critical to you being happier and more fulfilled. If you don't understand yourself and you don't understand the patterns of thinking, the patterns of behavior that are keeping you stuck, you'll never be able to break them and replace them. But you can get yourself comfortable with learning and duping yourself into thinking that somehow being smarter about what you need to do to be healthy will make you healthy. That's not true. Just like reading about launching a business doesn't launch a business. And so, one of the other things that I find to be really interesting, and I think this is one of the reasons why people really resonate with a lot of what I have to say. I don't know if it's the dyslexia, the ADHD, what it is, but I can't remember a lot of information in terms of a list. So if I'm trying to get healthy and you give me 11 things to do, I will do none of them. If you give me one simple thing that I can grab onto, I will likely try it. And I think a lot of times what happens for folks is, and I know it certainly has happened for me, is that even if the information is empowering, if it feels complicated, I'm not going to do it.